This time, Islamic Secrets will reveal the story of a professor of neuroscience who converted to Islam while conducting a study of the nerves in the human brain. This native Texas woman who works as a professor of neuroscience at the University of Texas has found peace in Islam. Initially, a professor of neuroscience named Dr. Fidel O'Leary conducted a study of the nerves in the human brain. One thing that made him curious was when he found out that there were some human nerves that did not receive blood. In fact, every inch of the human brain requires a blood supply in order to function normally. After conducting careful research and taking a long time, Dr. Fidelma finally discovered the fact that the nerves in the brain do not receive blood unless someone makes a movement placing the highest part from the human body, namely the head on the floor. This movement is widely known by Muslims, where as many as 1.6 billion Muslims in the world perform this movement 34 times a day in the 5 prayers. This movement is known as prostration. In the discovery of Dr. Fidelma, it turns out that the nerves only need a blood supply for a few moments. So this is in accordance with the prostration that Muslims do 34 times a day. Prostration is a movement in prayer that has many benefits for the body, especially maintaining brain health. In the book, Al-Quran vs. Modern Science, according to Dr. Zakir Naik, it is revealed that there is no better exercise than that done by a Muslim, such as prostrating and praying to God. When humans breathe normally, 1/3 of the air remains in the lungs, but when a human breathes while in prostration, the abdominal muscles will press on the diaphragm. The diaphragm will expel the rest of the air. So, humans can breathe fresher. Because humans breathe fresher air, it is likely that their lungs will be healthier. When a person rises from prostration, there is more pressure on the calf muscles. According to medical science, the calf muscles are known as the peripheral heart, which pumps blood to the lower part of the body. So the movement of prostration is very beneficial for health. Scientifically speaking, prostration is even better than yoga or transcendental meditation. After this research, Dr. Fidelma found out about the prostration of Muslims through Islamic books. Through Islamic books and discussions with Muslim colleagues. And finally, with full awareness, Dr. Fidelma pledged her Islam by saying 2 sentences of the Shahada. Allah Subhanahu was pleased to give her guidance on faith. Her belief in the Islamic religion she had just embraced was so great. Now, Dr. Fidelma is opening a clinic called Treatment with the Quran. She continues to study Islamic medicine and provides treatment using verses from the Quran and what is recommended by the Quran and the Hadith of the Prophet Muhammad. Dr. Fidelma received the Woman of Spirit Award in 2012. Dr. Fidelma strongly recommends for patients to fast to achieve a healthy life and recommends consuming medicines that have been outlined in the Quran, such as honey, black seed, olive oil, and so on. Not only Dr. Fidelma discovered amazing things in prostration. Research from Binghamton University, New York, prostration movements carried out correctly and regularly not only reduce physical stress and anxiety, but can also be used as clinical therapy for individuals with lower back pain. Simply put, you can think of this movement as similar to physical therapy intervention exercises or yoga used to treat low back pain, said Mohammed Kasana, author of the study published in the International Journal of Industrial and Systems Engineering. To investigate the health benefits of prostrating, Kasana and his colleagues analyzed statistics based on prayer movements. It turns out that good use of the back and knees can reduce pain for individuals with lower back pain. Kasana then added, prostration also increases joint elasticity, so individuals with back problems are also recommended to spend more time in this kneeling posture. However, the key to this recommendation is proper prostration posture. If the angle and movement of your prostrations are wrong, the pain in your back will actually increase. In the future, the researchers plan to validate their findings with physical experiments. Using sensors and cameras, the researchers will estimate the pressure that occurs on each part of the body during prostrations. Clinical hypnotherapy expert Dr. Asa Dolan said that the prostrate position in prayer helps blood flow containing nutrients more quickly to various parts of the brain, including the prefrontal cortex. The prefrontal cortex is a part of the brain located at the front of the frontal lobe and is responsible for various complex behaviors, including planning, and greatly contributes to a person's personality development. An amazing thing was also discovered by a Thai scientist from the field of anatomy named Tigatat Tijasin. Tigatat Tijasin conducted research on skin layers that correspond to the contents of the Quran. Tigatat Tijasin converted to Islam after conducting dermatology research in an anatomical review. He discovered that the skin layer consists of 3 layers, namely epidermis, dermis, and cut cutis. In this last layer there are the ends of blood vessels and nerves. Modern discoveries in the field of anatomy prove that burns, if there is a burn that is too deep, the nerves that regulate sensation can die. When a burn occurs up to the last layer, the person will not feel pain because the efferent and efferent nerve endings are damaged due to the burn. This research turns out to already be in the verse of the Quran in Surah An-Nisa verse 56. Allah says, Allah will put the unbelievers into hell and replace them with new skin every time it burns. So from this verse, the process of changing new skin aims to feel the pain of burns from the fire of hell. And if it is not replaced with a new one, automatically, as with the discovery of Tigatat Tijasin, burns up to the last layer cause the person to not feel pain because of its malfunction. Efferent nerve endings. November 3, 1983 was historic for Tigatat because on that day he said the Shahada in front of the conference participants and announced publicly that he had converted to Islam.